They told him to be quiet. They told him to stay in his place. They told him boxing was all he was good for. But Muhammad Ali didn't just fight opponents in the ring. He fought racism, war, fear, and an entire system that wanted him silent. And he won. Before the world knew him as Muhammad Ali, he was born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. in Louisville, Kentucky in 1942, a time when America was deeply divided by race. As a child, Ali experienced discrimination firsthand, but one moment changed his life forever. When his bicycle was stolen, a young Cassius went to report it to a police officer. Angry and emotional, he said he wanted to beat up the thief. That officer, Joe Martin, told him something simple but powerful. You better learn how to fight first. That sentence created a legend. Cassius Clay trained relentlessly. He was fast, confident, and different. While other boxers were silent and serious, Clay talked. A lot. He predicted rounds, mocked opponents, and shocked the boxing world with his poetry and confidence. At just 18 years old, he won Olympic gold at the 1960 Rome Olympics, announcing to the world that a star had arrived. But gold medals weren't enough for him. When he turned professional, the boxing world didn't take him seriously. They thought he talked too much, danced too much, and didn't fight properly. Heavyweights were supposed to be slow, powerful, and silent. Clay was fast, loud, and fearless. Then came Sonny Liston, the most terrifying heavyweight champion of that era. Everyone believed Liston would destroy Clay. Bookmakers laughed, experts mocked him. The odds were heavily against the young challenger. But Cassius Clay shocked the world. Using speed, footwork, and intelligence, he dominated Liston. And when Liston failed to answer the bell in the 7th round, Clay stood in the ring shouting, "I am the greatest." That night, boxing history changed forever. Shortly after winning the title, Cassius Clay made a decision that shocked America even more than his victory. He announced that he had joined the Nation of Islam and changed his name to Muhammad Ali. He rejected the name he called a slave name and embraced a new identity. The media refused to call him Muhammad Ali. Many fans turned against him. Sponsors disappeared. But Ali didn't care. For him, this was about dignity, faith, and self-respect. Then came the moment that defined his courage beyond boxing. In 1967, during the Vietnam War, Muhammad Ali was drafted into the U.S. Army. He refused. His words echoed around the world. "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong." Because of that decision, Ali was stripped of his heavyweight title, banned from boxing, fined, and sentenced to prison. Though he never went to jail due to appeals, he lost 3.5 years of his prime career. Years most fighters can never afford to lose. At the height of his power, Muhammad Ali sacrificed everything for his beliefs. When he finally returned to boxing, many said he was finished, slower, weaker, past his prime. But Ali had something stronger than muscles, a heart. His comeback led to some of the greatest fights in sports history. In 1971, he faced Joe Frazier in what was called the fight of the century. Ali lost, but his spirit remained unbroken. Years later, he reclaimed the heavyweight title in Africa against George Foreman in the legendary Rumble in the Jungle. That fight wasn't about strength. It was about intelligence. Ali leaned against the ropes, letting Foreman punch himself into exhaustion. The world watched in disbelief as Ali absorbed punishment, waited patiently, and then struck. In the 8th round, Muhammad Ali knocked out the most feared puncher in boxing. At 32 years old, he became heavyweight champion again, something no one thought possible. Ali continued to fight, facing brutal battles, especially against Joe Frazier in the unforgettable Thrilla in Manila. That fight pushed both men beyond human limits. Ali later said it was the closest thing to death he ever experienced. But Muhammad Ali was more than a boxer. He was a voice for the oppressed, a symbol of black pride, a man who stood tall when it was dangerous to stand at all. Later in life, Ali was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a cruel illness for a man once known for his speed and speech. But even as his body weakened, his spirit never did. When he lit the Olympic torch at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics, the entire world stood in silence, witnessing not a fallen hero, but a timeless legend. Muhammad Ali passed away in 2016, but his legacy lives on. He proved that greatness isn't just about winning fights. It's about standing for something bigger than yourself. He showed the world that courage doesn't always come with gloves on. Sometimes it comes with saying no when everyone expects you to say yes. Muhammad Ali didn't just change boxing, he changed history. If you believe Muhammad Ali was more than just a boxer, if you believe courage can change the world, then like this video, subscribe to the channel and comment below. Was Muhammad Ali the greatest athlete of all time?